pottery shelf. Green, on. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. We got 3 more pots coming at you guys today. We don't have the head camera today. It's pretty sad, right? Still not working. I have a whole battery that's charged, but it doesn't have an on button. I think it's the device is supposed to trigger the charge, but it's not triggering it for the head camera. So we're gonna go no head camera, we're gonna go crown, and we're back to the old school chest mount. Haven't done this in a little bit. I'll see you guys over there in a second. Green, off. Goated, 1. Camera B. Camera A. Right down to the bottom here. I don't have camera C, so we gotta go right over to camera B. Hammer fist coming down. Get some of that clay off the side here. You don't want it to bump up on your hand, right? Sometimes if you have clay down here, as it comes around and hits this hand, it'll go boom, boom. So I get rid of that right now, right? Fist down right in that middle. Slowly walking it back towards ourselves. Centered. Get ready to make the hole. 2 fingers on that inside there. Check if there's any rabbits. No rabbits. Get some water on the inside there. Push down with 2 fingers. Imagine it's like a cake. You gotta cut through that 3rd layer of that cake. Hook your fingers. And use this hand to pull these fingers back. And very slowly cut through that base there. Open that up. Kano pole. Right down to the base here. Slowly bring the llama bite towards yourself while your left hand here pushing forward. Those 2 hands coming across each other, and that's what's going to get it towards center. Always going past center to go center. Slowly bring my knuckle in. The first pull, the first couple pulls are all about getting that wall equalized. Here we go. We're gonna ask that clay, hey clay, you got a little bump for us? The clay always says, yeah, we got a bump for you, buddy. Right down to the bottom. Slowly take that finger on the outside, push that in just a little bit. Have a little bit of a squeeze. Slowly take that interior hand up just a tad, right over top of our finger on the outside. Now we have this bump, and now it's all about cruising. Imagine, you hit a nice long road at sunset, right? And the light today is just absolutely beautiful. and you drive a little bit slower than what you might normally, just so you can take it all in. The beauty of the world, the beauty of nature. Right to the top, there we go. A bit of water on your hands. Get ready. And chill out here for a second. Slowly allow each rotation to gain a little bit more width on that top of that tree. The clay is so thin, you want to be gentle. Barely kissing the pot to kiss that rim. There you go, you got your tree. Right down to the bottom. Dude, that flute just popping off right now, guys. You guys feel that? All right. Again. And 3 is still kind of a pattern, but we can be a little bit more loose with how these interact with the object here. You know? Maybe we want 2 of these to kind of interact with each other. Maybe like they become hands. They're crossing their hands, having a little conversation. Right down to the base, curl this up. And look at the way that we're going to have these almost touching, just barely out of reach, creating some tension there. I'm thinking that looks kind of nice. And this one on the back here, we don't really need it to do anything other than maybe just curl up really, really tight. And so look at this one, the way it looks, right? We have that one on the back really tied up, having that tension, right? Being so stiff. And these are a little bit looser, crawling towards each other. They're almost like they're curious. One's maybe a little bit more like reserved or just nervous maybe, while these other 2, they're very curious about each other, right? Slow this down. All right, here we go, guys. Camera A. Alrighty, I'm gonna take this up. I'm gonna go over to wedging table. So here's our first one, guys. We're gonna hop over here. Goated 1. Spin this down. A little bit of water right on this edge here. Get ready. Push this hand forward. So watch me push this forward. Right past center, never towards center, right? Always past it. And we're gonna go down. Curl this back up, get some water on there. Get ready. Push it up against that wall. That right hand, that's that wall. And there we go. One more up to the top here. One more time. It's gonna get a little bit wobbly here, making sure that base is under control. You're gonna see that top wobble, but slowly project that left hand forward a little bit. Speed the wheel up because we're getting more towards center. And right up to the top, slow that wheel down and get ready for Right up to the top. Slows down. Whoop, getting pretty wobbly in that middle. So slow that down, keep consistent pressure, and walk that hand, that right hand back up, meet that left hand, and again, walk them both back down to the center there. I'm tilting that over just a little bit. I'm getting a little bit dry. Get some water on there, and there we go. All right. Maybe a little bit thinner. Wake up in the morning, look up, and then I look down, and then I realize that there's no one around. I start standing up to begin my day, to only fall down and embody this dismay. Say, should I get up, grab my mask and get going, or should I just exasperate these feelings, start plateauing? Should I just commence, come air defense? Does it feel intense, all these words that I dispense? Camera B. Right down to the bottom. Find that bump. Walk that up. Nice and even walls. And there we go. My right leg here, the shake is so bad, but I'm really not going to let that bother us. Sweet. A lot of times when my students, they tell me that they get really nervous and they'll shake while they're throwing, and they think that the shaking is the thing that's getting their things off-centered. But for me, you know, you really just gotta stay locked in, right? Even though like you're worried about a pull or you're having like a weird muscle spasm, if you just slowly walk that bump up, keep that bump consistent, doesn't matter what's happening around it. Here we go, guys. Right down to the bottom. Emphasize. We just want to make sure, like right here, it seems like a weird spot, so we want to make sure we fix that up there, right? This one also seems kind of weird, so I'm going to fix that up. Really making sure we're using this as a moment for the object to collapse. So we're just going to slowly walk that up. The key with this too is we're going to notice that one of these holes is going to be a little bit more, what's the word, taller than the other ones. We don't want to freak out. We're going to let them be. Sometimes if you get them perfectly even, you'll get a perfectly even top. And other times, you get it a little bit lopsided, right? There we go, tree number 2. 11. That's okay. We're still going to go for the petals. This just means we're going to have one that's not going to be really, it's going to be a little bit off, right? And so whenever you have that happen, you can kind of just make a new one, even though it'll be a little bit weird, but we don't really freak out about it. We have something on the bottom, almost floral-like, right? Slow this down. You ready? Camera A. Loaded 1.
Just give me a little love.
Right up and right down. Making a wobbly pottery. Okay. I think I gotta call this up one time. So in at that base, find that bump, and walk that up. And whenever you do a collar, we're gonna go down over here to camera B. A little water on that inside there. Push this in. Keep that bump defined. And then we want this to go outwards a little bit on the top. Slow that wheel down. Why do we want this to go outwards on the top? I'll show you guys in a second. It's gonna help out with the tree. What a freaking vibe, yo. I don't even know what the frick this music is, but it is lit. It is so lit, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get ready? Find that bump. So now you guys can see why we went wide first. So then we didn't have as much tension on that top, right? So look at that one. So that's why we opened it out, so then there's less. I don't have to complete it. I just work myself up to where that limit is, right? Hop over to camera B. Camera B. There you go. Reminds me of something from Elden Ring. That's the biggest compliment I've ever received. Thank you so much. If you guys don't charge some energy, I'm not gonna be able to do it. So here we are, guys. We're all gonna charge some energy. Get ready. Green on. We're back again. We're gonna review these pots. We're gonna start off with this one. You know, I think this one is probably the best of the day, even though, I'm not really into the more uniform ones. I think if we look at contrast and separation from the bases of all these objects to the top, This one exaggerates it the most. There's always something about contrast that grabs a viewer in, right? Uniformity can do its own sort of thing too. A lot of people like this one just because it's the most uniform of it, right? But you need to have those to bring context to some of these other ones that are a little bit more gestural. So we'll go over to this one. My favorite thing about this one is the way that I've took the two tendrils and I made them into appendages as if they're searching the pot for things to look for, right? And it's those moments where it starts breaking away from something like pattern and maybe brings it something more into the realm of sculpture, right? We're gonna go up to the top here. We got this one up here. Probably the least favorite of the day, I would say. There's something cool about the twist in the middle. I like how much it comes back in on the top, kind of closing off that treetop. But there's something about the petals that I didn't get a nice even number. I had an odd number of 11. So one of the sides is just not what I'm thinking, you know? But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. All the best and strong mentality. Didn't work. Oh, bro. And strong mentality. There we go. Am I muted now, or am I good? That's so irritating, you guys. I was responding to the guy who was saying something about like, well, now I can't even see what was there. Damn it. Somebody was saying something like, this guy makes the same thing over and over again, but how does he not get bored, right? I am bored. I don't even, so I gotta tell you guys, I don't even like ceramics. I don't like throwing pottery. I don't like doing any of this, right? Like, in my mind, I just want to sit upstairs and play video games all day. I don't want to do nothing, right? But that's not beneficial, right? And it's not valuable to me, right? And so what you do, it didn't mute again. I swear to God, if it muted again, I'm gonna go freaking bananas. No, I'm good. You're such a liar. I can't believe I got fooled by chat. I can't believe I got fooled by chat. Little rat, who did that? Who did that? Timo. Got my eyes on you, bro. But it's the things that are valuable that you have to pursue every day, really, you know? And so, you gotta, like, when people come in here, I think they think, like, I'm totally obsessed. That's how I know I'm doing it, because you gotta do the thing you hate like you love it, really. So we'll cut this one. Look at our wall thickness here. Pretty thin, and then thicker towards that base, so not really too great, actually. Alright guys, that's kind of it for me.
Lowly tarnished, playing as a lord.